Hello, how do? Welcome back to Edgar TV, where I'm going to be giving you my previews, my selections for each quarter of the World Darts Championship. Again, these are purely just based on my thoughts and opinions on the World Championships. They're not going to be they're guided obviously by what we've seen, but it's not going to be something where I'm going to give you all the breakdowns of the stats. That's on the live starting every single day from Sunday. So make sure you do hit that subscribe to come join me on those. Today we're going to look at Section 2. Now I do think we're going to get some really interesting things in Section 3 and Section 4. They'll be coming your way double tomorrow. But Section 2 is interesting for many reasons, one of which Luke Littler's in this section. For me, is the favourite to go on and win the title. I think we've got some real interesting clashes in here, and I do think a couple of the seeds could find themselves in danger. I also think in this section we're going to have the very best game of the first round. Nico Springer against Scott Williams could be an absolute banger. Nico Springer is a great talent from Germany. Scott Williams, the semi-finalist last year, and recent good run as well at the Players' Championship finals in Minehead. So that could be the clash of the round. That being said, if Scott Williams wins that, could be a really interesting clash in the second round, because he would play Rob Cross, who's actually been his practice partner for the last few years. So some real interesting stories there. But let's have a look first of all what I think the early ones are. Now remember, I'm not always going to give you a prediction in every single game, because some of them I think are just too tough to call. These are my predictions for the opening. Now, I'm not convinced Ricardo Petresco's a guarantee here. Lad is playing here, very good player, runs about an 86 sort of average. Petresco not had the greatest of years. Didn't make the Players' Championship finals in Minehead, just means he wasn't in the top 64 of the Pro Tour, so he could be a little bit vulnerable there. Ryan Joyce, Darius Labanauskas has just recently picked up the Modus Super Series title, £25,000 and a series, so he's coming to this really confident. Very tough player to play in the first round. I know, he's beat me twice. So I do think, though, there's a good one here. Martin Lutman, I think, wins 3-0 against Nitin Kumar. I think that's quite comfortable. I think Menzies makes it comfortable against Leonard Gates as well. Matt Campbell will cause problems for Suljovic, but I think Suljovic has been too strong throughout this year. And although the stats don't really back it up, I think Fallon Sherrick's going to get through the game against Ryan Meikle and set us up a very entertaining clash. A game that could be the biggest viewing figures we have ever seen in a World Championship game that is not a final. Fallon Sherrick versus Luke Littler, I think, would be a game that would transcend the sport. Something I'd like to see. So, and I think the crowd will as well. And I think with that, the crowd are going to be quite animated and active in that game, and that may just throw Ryan off his game a little bit. That being said, Ryan is steady, he's methodical, he will do things in his own time. He's been a tour card holder for many years, he played in the World Championships many times. He's an experienced player, and an experienced player are dining at the top table. That being said, I just got this feeling that Fallon's going to give us that game. In a year that's been all about surprises, underdogs and seeds falling, I've not gone for too many seeds to fall here. I've gone Andrew Gilding, who's been playing pretty decent, but Martin Lutman, that recent run, nearly picked up a major title. I think he's going to have a good run here. I think he has a good game to settle in against Kumar, and that could be the difference there. The fact that Lutman's already been on the stage and got that win. I think that could be the same said there for Nathan Aspinall as well against what I think is going to be Cameron Menzies. Cameron Menzies, I think if he gets to the third round here, he's going to really have to make decisions. He's already dropped down his hours in regards to his working arrangements, but I think if he does reach the third round here, then maybe he's going to have to look at taking this game on full time. Rob Cross and Gian Van Veen, I can't work out who they're going to be playing, but I think they do get through as seeded players. And the top half, I'm going for all seeded players to get through. Ryan Searle, someone who I've not seen mentioned really in regards to this World Championship. I think that's probably because he's in the same section as Littler. I would really like to see that game, Ryan Searle, Luke Littler, because it'll be played with pace, it'll be played with class and quality. It'll be big hitting, big scoring, lots of maximums. I think it'd be a real good, entertaining game. But to get to there, Ryan Searle has to beat Danny Noppert, someone he's not got a great record against, and Littler has to beat the European champion Richie Edhouse. Richie Edhouse using the power of the sleeve to get past Ian White, or so I believe, but I rhymed and I didn't even try. But the thing with that, though, is Ian White has been playing well. His tour card's safe now. He doesn't have to worry about things like that. And he just did beat Michael Van Gerwen on the Players' Championship final stage with an average over 100. So is going to be dangerous in that one. I just think Ed House at the moment is just riding that crest of the wave, and when you're in that moment, you can get those results. So not too many surprises here. I don't think too many of the seeds are going to fall early in section 2. But when it comes to the business end of this section, I do think we get that game I really want to see, Ryan Searle, Luke Littler. I think it'd be one of the most entertaining games in the World Championship, but I'm going for Littler here because I do think he's potentially going to go on to win the title. So obviously I've got to put Littler through to get the section, but I do think that would be a very entertaining game and very, very tight. I think Ryan Searle's going to have a good event here. Rob Cross, I think, comes through the bottom half. Cameron Menzies, I think, could be a little bit of a, should we say, surprise package? It's not a surprise anymore, is it, with Cameron Menzies, the way he's been playing? But Rob Cross, for me, is one of those players that just play above the level of the player, which is why we never really consider him as we should. He's a world champion and a world match play champion, the two biggest titles in the world of darts. But I think he just plays one better than his opponent. The opponent plays 90, he plays 92. Opponent plays 95, he plays 97. Opponent plays 100, he plays 100. He's always playing the player. So I think that's maybe why he doesn't get quite considered. But I don't think he wins this section. I think this section goes to Luke Littler. So a little bit of a boring prediction in regards to this section. But let me know what you think. Do you agree with me or not? If you agree with any part of this, disagree with any part of this, go down to the comments section below and put it in there. We'll be debating this every single day as well, live. And there's still section 3 and 4. Now, section 3 and 4, I think, are the big ones. Certainly section 3, wide open. Section 4, I've got a massive outsider coming in that one, which I think could go quite well. So do come back over the next couple of days to Edgar TV to get those predictions. Let me know what you think. And if you do want to take it on, head over to olbg.com. You can put your predictions on there. If you are 18 plus, free to do, you can win real money. £500 up for grabs for free. So head over there if you're 18 plus, get signed up, and I will be in there in the tipster competition as well. 20 words or more. Tell us what you think. You could win your share of £500. I will catch you soon for section 3 of my World Championship preview predictions. See you in the comments.